To Mrs. Mame Dennis Burnside, care of American Express, Cairo. Dear Auntie Mame, English lit, I'm in the top 10. I got a B plus average again. Tahiti sounds the greatest of all the crazy places that you've been. Wait till you hear the latest. I think I've got a whisker on my chin. Mrs. Mame Dennis Burnside, Raffles Hotel, Singapore. I find it's getting harder to cram. I flunked my Latin grammar exam. My glands are in a hurry, my voice is sort of taking on a roar. The girls I date, don't worry, are socially decidedly top drawer. And by the way, you'll never guess who my roommate is here at Rumson U.
You hit the jackpot, Dennis. 3 more letters from your Auntie Mame.
Pango Pango? Shanghai? Singapore?
Save me the sips when you're finished, will ya?
Whatever happened to your cigar band collection, Babcock?
Oh, I gave it up when I started smoking.
Do you know who Patrick's rooming with in college, Bo? That little son of a banker, Babcock. We've got to be getting home.
But Mame, darling, we just about to break the world's longest honeymoon record. And I'm just dying to get a crack at that little old Matterhorn.
But I feel Patrick needs me. I need to write him and find out what he wants to be when he grows up.
Auntie Mame, I'm up. I'm shaving every morning and growing like it's going out of style. The debts all seem to go for me. Give friends a big hello for me. A hug to Uncle Bo for me. Your loving nephew, Patrick. Mr. Babcock?
Hi, Pops. What are you doing here?
Leave us alone for a minute, will you, Junior? There's something I have to tell young Dennis here.
Oh, sure.
I'm afraid I don't have very good news for you, young man.
Auntie Mame? Something's happened to Auntie Mame.
She's all right. But that crazy husband of hers did a foolish thing. Fell off the Matterhorn.
Uncle Bo?
Just remember, this makes your aunt a very rich woman in her own right.
Hey, Dennis, on the horn, long distance. It's the overseas operator.
Hello? Operator? Oh, you bet I want to talk to her. Auntie Mame? You don't have to tell me. I already know. There's just one thing I don't want you to forget, Auntie Mame. Not ever. You're my best girl, and nothing you do is wrong. I'm proud you belong to me. And if a day is rough for me, having you there's enough for me. And if someday when everything turns out wrong,
should have gone down to the boat to meet her.
Patrick wanted to be alone with her. Lindsay, what is all this?
I got her a dictaphone and a typewriter. Mame's always got to have a project.
How can Mame write a book? She can't even sit still long enough to write a postcard.
Well, she's going to have help.
What Mame needs is a friend, a bosom friend. And I'm going to be better than a friend, a sister.
She won't recognize you.
Mame, you poor tragic darling. Sister is here. My God, she can't have changed that much.
I've been going to Speedo.
I sent her to the secretarial school so she could master shorthand. Agnes, you're sure you can write down every word Miss Burnside says?
Speedo won't let anybody out who can't do at least 100 words per minute. I'm over 200.
You're not.
Welcome home, Auntie Mame.
Beekman Place, dear loyal Beekman Place.
Everybody smile.
Just sitting here waiting for me.
Nobody cry. Mame, darling, you look awful.
Vera, my old friend. And Lindsay, how distinguished you look.
Welcome home, Mame.
And Agnes, what is all this?
These are the tools of your new trade. You're going to write a book, Mame, and I'm going to publish it. Your memoirs.
Nobody's had a more exciting life than you, Auntie Mame. I think it'd be terrific.
And think of all the fascinating people you've known, like me.
And it will take your mind off yourself.
Oh, I see. This is one of those trumped-up occupational therapy things.
No, no.
Like hooking rugs. My memoirs. What a marvelous idea. And I can dedicate my book to Beau and all those wonderful times we had together.
Writing isn't easy, Mame. It takes months of grueling concentration.
Let me see. Chapter 1, page 1. Well, I'll be damned, Lindsay, this isn't so difficult after all. Agnes, what are you writing? Chapter 1, page 1. Well, I'll be damned, Lindsay. This isn't so difficult after all. Agnes, what are you writing?
She is fast.
Auntie Mame, you're off and running.
Do you think I should, Patrick? You heard Lindsay. It will take up all of my time, and I came home just to be with you.
Well, you can't exactly be with me, Auntie Mame. No women allowed in the dorm.
Oh, you're all grown up. You don't need me anymore. Agnes, how do we turn you off?
I'm going right over to announce your book to my publishing company.
Goodbye for now, Charlotte Bronte.
Literature. You know, Vera, I may even let myself go prematurely gray.
Oh, Mame. Mame, do you forgive me?
For what, darling?
Oh, I have regrets. I tell you, I've lost many a beauty sleep, tossing and turning, all because I was so cruel to you that terrible time in New Haven.
Oh, Vera, you've lost beauty sleep? It hardly shows.
Well, the point is, we forgive each other, Mame. Let's have a drink to celebrate our reconciliation.
I've sworn off.
Good idea.
It's such a good idea. Let's drink to it. Agnes, would you like a drink? No, thank you. I think I'll just go fix myself a Dr. Pepper.
It's like old times.
Friendship like ours is very rare.
What's the female equivalent to Damon and Pythias?
Daphnis and Chloe.
I think one of them was a fella.
You know, the wonderful thing about you and I, Vera, is that we can say anything to each other.
Absolutely anything. Just be careful what you say.
We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you. If I say that your tongue is vicious, I call you uncouth. It's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
Though now and again I'm aware that my candid opinion may stink.
Though often my frank observation might scald. I've been meaning to tell you for years you should keep your hair natural and like mine.
If I kept my hair natural like yours, I'd be bald. But, darling,
We'll always be dear companions, my crony, my mate. We'll always be harmonizing. Orphan Annie and Sandy, like Amos and Andy. If I say that your sense of styles and far off is your youth, it's only that. Who else but a bosom buddy will tell you the whole stinking truth? Each time that a critic has written, your voice is the voice of a frog. Straight to your side to defend you, I rush. You know that I'm here every time that the world makes an unkind remark. When they say Vera Charles is the world's greatest lush, it hurts me. And if I say your fangs are showing mane, wool in your cloth, it's only that. Who else but a bosom buddy would notice the obvious flaws? I feel it's my duty to tell you it's time to adjust to your age. You tried to be peg of my heart when you're Lady Macbeth. Exactly how old are you, Vera, the true?
well, how old do you think?
I'd say somewhere in between 40 and death. Oh, sweetie, I'll always be Alice Toklas if you'll be Gertrude Stein. And though I'd admit I've teased you, I've gossiped and gloated, but I'm so devoted. And if I say that sex and gods made you into a star, remember that. Who else but a bosom buddy will tell you how rotten you are? Just turn to your bosom buddy for aid and affection, for help and direction, for loyalty, love, and forsooth. Remember that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and level and give you the devil? Will sit down and tell you the truth. You know, Vera, it's amazing when I think of all the same men we've dated and still remain so inseparable.
Mame, I never dated the same man you did.
What about Carlo? That sexy Argentinian with all those shoulders.
Carlo. I never dated Carlo. I married him. Never dated him.
Oh, excuse me, ladies, but listening to you makes me all goose pimply inside. You see, I never had one.
Never had one. What?
A date with a member of the opposite, you know what? Mrs. Burnside, is anything wrong? Agnes, you're coming out.
Where? Why, Gooch, you have
I sent from Paris. And all my cosmetics, eyebrows, lipsticks, face pencils,
And a chisel.
Agnes, tonight, you're going to be the Queen of Romania.
Mrs. Burnside, I think I know what you're suggesting I do. And I just don't think I could do anything so suggestive.
Agnes, where's your spine? You've been living with me here in this house for how many years? And you still don't understand what I believe in? Live!
Live?
Yes, life is a banquet and most poor sons of guns are starving to death. Live!
Live?
Live! Live! You know, you and I are the greatest team since Romulus and Remus.
I'm sure one of them was a fella. I've patiently watched you for years with those asinine projects of yours. From orphans to health foods, you've searched for a niche.
I feel that my search will be over the moment that I finished my book. I'll write about us and of who is the witchier witch.
I concede.
If life should reject you, there's me to protect you. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and level and give you the devil will sit down and tell you the truth. Oh, Ito, do you think that the human race is ready for my book?
Oh yes, Missy, highly educational.
What time is it? What day is it?
Vera, I'm working.
On what?
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. It took you 6 months to write chapter 1.
Flaubert spent 13 years writing Madame Bovary.
How did she stand it? Every time I read a book, I skip past all that I was born jazz and move right on to the sexy part. You know, when the girl's 12.
Good afternoon, ladies. I dropped by to see how my favorite authoress is doing.
Oh, swimmingly, Lindsay.
Great. But why are you typing yourself?
Well, after Agnes left, I couldn't face another secretary. All of this material's so intimate.
Exactly what happened to Agnes?
Well, we don't know. You see, we redesigned her, launched her, and except for this postcard, haven't heard from her in 6 months. It reads, I'm trying to do everything you taught me. It's from the Shangri-La Motel in Strasburg, Pennsylvania.
Hi, everybody. Auntie May,
Hello, darling.
Uncle Lindsay, Auntie Vera. I hope you're not too busy, because I've got some terribly important news.
I hope it's gossip.
It is. It's about me. I've got a girl.
I suspected it.
It's not just a girl, it's the girl. Her name is Gloria Upson, and you're gonna meet her today.
I hope you didn't leave her sitting in the car.
I dropped her off at her girlfriend's on Park Avenue. She wanted to get spruced up before she met you.
Oh, I should do some sprucing up myself.
I'll bring Gloria back in about 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
I'll have my face all organized.
Oh my God! It's the Queen of Romania!
Agnes, dear, what happened?
I opened a new window. I wanted you to be the first to know.
Now everything's going to be all right.
Didn't think they noticed.
Don't worry, Agnes. Tell me exactly what happened.
I'll try. With my wings resolutely spread, Mrs. Burnside, and my old inhibitions shed, Mrs. Burnside, I did each little thing you said, Mrs. Burnside. I lived, I lived, I lived. I altered the drape of a drop of my bodice and softened the shape of my brow. I followed directions and made some connections, but what do I do now? Who'd think this Miss Prim would have opened a window as far as her whim would allow? And who would suppose it was so hard to close it? Oh, what do I do now? I polished and powdered and popped myself. If life is a banquet, I stuffed myself. I had my misgivings, but went on a field trip to find out what living's about. My thanks for the training, now I'm not complaining, but you left something out. Instead of wandering on with my lone remorse, I have come back home to complete the course. Oh, what do I do, Mrs. Burnside? I traveled away in my new veneer, and look what I got as a souvenir. Now still I'll defend you as guide and instructor. Would I recommend you and tell? Although I was leery, I thrived on your theory that life can be a wow. You said there's nothing wrong with a harmless smooch, so I'm gonna call him Burnside Goat. Oh, what do I do?
Patrick and I have been discussing this, and I'll make some arrangements for a place for Agnes to stay.
I know a darling Jesuit priest who runs a fascinating home for fallen women.
I do not consider Agnes fallen. On the contrary.
Auntie Mame, don't tell me Agnes is going to live here.
I'll insist on it. Where else would she go in her friendless condition? Ito, take our little mother upstairs.
You're befriending me.
Of course. Why should the
subject.
I hope you all approve of what I'm doing, because after all, it's entirely my fault.
Really, Mame?
I planted the seed of adventure in that girl's soul. I know it's biologically impossible, but ethically, I'm the father of her child.
I guess I'll just be buzzing along.
I'll be waiting to meet Gloria.
Oh, well, with all the excitement and everything, it's a little late now. Let's make it another time.
What day would you like to bring your girl by?
I'm not exactly sure, Auntie Mame. You see, this is Gloria's busy week.
Thursday would be perfect for me.
Oh no, Gloria works as a nurse's aide every third Thursday.
Isn't that nice? Friday, then.
On Friday, she rests up from Thursday. I'll tell you what I'll do, Auntie Mame. They're very social. They give lots of parties.
Who do?
The Upsons, Gloria's folks. I'll get you invited up to their place in Connecticut so you can meet them all properly. Okay?
Properly.
I'll call you.
I'll ride down with you. Bye, little father.
Oh, Vera, what am I going to do now?
Mame, you have to do things properly. You'll have to invade Connecticut.
What do you call that, Junior? Where you been, Pops? It's the latest dance craze, the dairy and dip.
God, don't you love to see the kiddies cutting loose?
Why didn't you want us to meet the aunt, Dwight?
Well,
She seems like a regular fella. And a looker, too.
I hope it's all right to have Gloria's party here in the barn. I don't want Mrs. Burnside to think we live like gypsies.
You showed me a gypsy who lives like we do.
Now, Claude Upson, you be genteel in front of Mrs. Burnside.
Gosh darn it, I am always genteel.
Claude, I need a refill.
How about you, Doris?
I think we chaperones should try to stay sober.
I meant to ask you, Dwight. Does Mamie drink?
Now and then.
My Auntie Mame just loves your house.
We're very esteemed to have your auntie as a chaperone, son.
She's just dying to meet Gloria.
Oh, what a big day this is for our little Glory. Saying goodbye to her teens and hello to her future mother, aunt, and all to be.
Why, Mr. and Mrs. Upson, I can't begin to tell you how much I love your house.
Mamie! Here's your poison. I make my daiquiris with the little ingredients I learned from this native down in the Virgin Islands. If you'll excuse the expression. I tell you this, there's no sugar in a Claude Upson daiquiri.
And yet it's so sweet. Whatever do you use?
Guess.
Chocolate ice cream.
Well, since we're practically relatives, I'll let you in on my little secret. Honey.
I beg your pardon?
No, that's my secret. Strained honey. Of course, I use quite a little rum, too.
You sure do, Claude. You use a lot.
Auntie Mame, this is Gloria.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to make your acquaintance. I know you're very special to Patrick, and so you're very special to me, too.
Isn't this a Marvy party to Marvy?
mums and dadums are throwing me, and everybody on the guest list is absolutely top hole. Barbie! Today, it's farewell to naivete and hello to sophistication.
Oh, I can see that.
Isn't she beautiful, Auntie Mame?
Oh, yes.
Wait till we tell Mamie the surprise.
Not yet, Claude. Not yet.
What beautiful hair. Do you like it? The secret is the shampoo. You'll never guess what I use. Honey, beer. I just pour it and pour it and pour it, and the beer just foams and foams and foams. Dadum says it looks like the bubbles are coming right out of my brain.
I made these especially for you, Mamie.
Don't they look delicious? Whatever are they?
Well, I take 2 cans of tuna fish and put them through the meat grinder, then add some clam juice and some peanut butter.
Mamie! I want to make a toast to the good life for us and ours.
And we better protect it.
Did you bring all the legal stuff, Dwight?
It's in my briefcase. Needs both your signatures.
My, I feel so important. Oh, Mamie, would you excuse us for a moment, please?
Of course.
Think you can chaperone all by yourself?
I'll do my best.
Fine, fine. We'll be back in a jiffy with a little surprise.
I'll bet you don't recognize me. I'm Patrick's roommate.
Why, Junior Babcock, what are you collecting these days?
Women of the world. Care to dance?
I'd love to. Why are we dancing this way?
Well, it's the way my folks do it, the Upsons, and well, the older generation.
Didn't you notice the older generation just left?
Stop hogging her, Babcock.
That's Patrick's aunt.
Auntie Mame!
Handle with care. Have a little respect for age.
Age. What age? I had the feeling that time is halted. I'd like 2 straws and a chocolate malt, because that's how young I feel. I feel like pecking and bunny hugging and Lindy hopping and jitterbugging.
'Cause that's how young she feels.
I imagine that's big band beat. Wanna ride in a rumble seat. Sheldon's got a Chevy, love a face full of frozen custard. Have a hot dog with sand or mustard and ride the Ferris wheel. Oh, honey, 'cause that's how young I feel. I'm heading to a small farm and go to the junior prom. Sheldon's got a Chevy, love a Krinsky to knock about with 2 start the morning by giving out for the Rudy Valley squeal. Oh, honey, 'cause that's
Wow, what a great chaperone. Of course, she sure is young. That's the kind of chaperone to have.
Kiddies! The picnic tables are all set up on the far lawn. The last one to get his hot dog doesn't get any mustard.
Mamie dear, do you think we chaperones ought to stop the kiddies from acting so lovey-dovey?
That's good for him. Warm him up for the wedding.
Yeah.
Wedding? What?
You went and said it. You spilled the surprise.
Well, she'll have to know sooner or later.
How nice of you to keep me informed.
Mamie dear, I've planned the most beautiful wedding. I'm already starting to cry.
So am I.
Your Patrick and our little Glory will be joined at the Church of the Heavenly Rest in East Montebank. It will be lovely, Mamie.
It's the most restricted community in our part of Connecticut.
I'll be sure to get a blood test.
But we haven't left you out of our plans, Mamie.
Claude and I have the wedding present all figured out.
We're gonna get together, you and me, Mamie, and buy the kiddies that valuable lot right next door. Why, that dandelion patch is one of the choicest pieces of real estate in Montebank.
You see, Mamie, this section is restricted only up to our property line, so we feel we have an obligation to make sure that the wrong people don't, well, you know.
We settle the kiddies in there, and at the same time, protect the whole neighborhood. Do everybody a favor. We'll buy together, 50-50, Mamie.
Here's the escrow. Claude and Doris have already signed it. Just put down your John Hancock, and it's happily ever after.
Well, I can see you've thought of everything. Do you mind if I talk to Patrick for a moment?
Sure thing. Talk it all out. Just give us the high sign when you want another daiquiri.
You don't happen to like gin, do you, Mamie?
I love it.
After dinner, I'll get out the cards and we'll have ourselves a little game.
I was going to tell you, Auntie Mame, but things just kept getting in the way.
Things? What things?
Well, I knew it would take you a while to get used to the Upsons.
Are you used to them? The way that they think? The way that they live?
Auntie Mame, it's very simple. I'm in love, and what is this?
What you're in love with? What you are stuck with? Peanut butter, tuna fish, and clam juice for the rest of your life. Is that what you want?
Auntie Mame, I've been mixed up with a pretty crazy bunch of screws and nuts most of my life. I guess it didn't hurt me any, but I want to protect my Glory from people like that.
You mean people like me.
I didn't say that. I just rather my Glory not know a lot of the things that decent, ordinary human beings don't have to know about.
So you want to spend the rest of your life in that dandelion patch with little Miss Schlitzhead?
Forget it! Forget you ever met the Upsons, and forget you ever met me!
Patrick! Where's that boy with the bugle? My little love, who was always my big brown fly.
What in the world is going on?
Facelifting. Oh, you must be little old.
Are you the new decorator? Did you do all of this?
For money. Right here, Ito. That's fine.
Missy, very happy you're here for a very important party.
What's this supposed to be?
A sofa. It's a Japanese modern, and it's found everywhere except Japan.
But the Upsons don't understand modern. They're strictly bitter colonial. Do you like it?
No,
You're honest, at least, Miss
Pegeen Ryan, unincorporated.
Begin Ryan. Didn't we meet once?
Yeah, we both went to Ralph Devine's Laboratory of Life.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on. I mean, that is, I guess we knew each other better than we thought.
You're taller. Can I have my hand back if you're through with it?
Where's my aunt?
She's getting ready for the big blowout.
Oh, no. This is just going to be a simple little evening at home. Auntie Mame!
Relax. People get married every day.
I'm not getting married every day. I'm getting married 3 weeks from Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Patrick? Pipe of peace?
Auntie Mame, who could stay mad at you? After the fight we had at the Upsons, I felt terrible.
So did I, dear. But look how nicely everything's turned out. I want everything to be perfect for the Upsons.
You're wonderful, Auntie Mame. What about Agnes?
In seclusion, dear. Erase her from your thoughts. Oh, Pegeen, can you manage all right?
I could use a little help.
Patrick, be a darling and help Pegeen, will you?
Yeah, sure. That's pretty avant-garde for the Upsons.
I think it's very unusual.
Auntie Mame, what is she doing here?
Agnes,
Crumbs!
I told you to stay in your room tonight.
But you just told me I had to have my calcium pill. And it's in the kitchen.
Life's little emergencies.
Oh, God, they're here.
I'll get it.
Oh, no, you don't.
You don't approve of me. I'm not loved.
You're loved, Agnes. My God, have you been loved? But please, Agnes, cry upstairs.
Welcome to the Burnside Fireside.
Good to see you, Mamie.
Claude, darling.
You don't look a day older.
And Doris.
Hi, sweetums.
And little Glory.
I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you again.
And our family counselor through thick and thin. How bully of you to join us, Mr. Babcock.
Bully of you to ask me.
Won't you all sit down? Oh, I'd like you to meet Miss Pegeen Ryan. Claude, Doris, you were both so unbelievably gracious to me at Montebank that I had to play something a little extra special for you.
Oh, these are scrumptious. Try one of the striped ones, Moms.
Say, these are tasty.
Whatever are they, Mamie dear?
Pickled python, peppered sheep spleen, have some owl eggs, try a little bit harder to please. And he's been extra ambitious. Try these, they're delicious. They're peas! And we're living, and we're well gay. So raise gay while we may. Call the cops out, raise a racket, pull the stops out. It's today.
Mame, darling! Claude, that is the famous stage star. What's her name?
I will try to introduce everybody, but I do want you to meet my dear friend, Vera Charles, and Mr. M. Lindsay Woolsey.
Miss Charles, I can't begin to tell you how I adored you in Reflected Glory.
Did you, dear? That was Tallulah Bankhead.
Vera is only a baritone. Can I persuade you to have a drink, dear?
Well, maybe just a tiny triple. Anything except rum. I've just been to the most god-awful cocktail party, and all they had were daiquiris, made with honey yet.
Oh, Piggy, can you handle that all right?
I could use 3 hands.
Patrick, lend her one of yours.
Well, that's a pretty picture, I must say.
Isn't it, though? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make a toast to this lovely young couple as they start up the ladder of life together.
No, Auntie Vera. This isn't Gloria. That's Gloria.
Pity. Well, let's have a toast anyhow. What do you say, Mrs. Upjohn?
Agnes, dear, I told you to stay in your room.
But you also told me I just had to have my calcium pill, and it's still in the kitchen.
Is that a member of the family?
Damned if I know.
It's a member of somebody's family.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet my secretary. She's a little bit... She's not quite herself at the moment.
Now, we all know about these women's things, don't we? What's your name, dear?
Agnes Gooch.
You sit right over here beside me, Mrs. Gooch. Now tell me, what does Mr. Gooch do?
Well, my father passed on.
No, I mean your husband. I'm a bachelor girl, and my baby's gonna be a little bachelor.
Hold it! We have some young people out here.
Claude, as soon as we get him away from the aunt, everything will be all right.
You see, my aunt is so big-hearted that whenever anyone's in trouble, she just has to come to the rescue.
I'm the one who was rescued. Agnes led me into a whole new project. Do you realize how many girls find themselves expecting all by themselves?
Mame, how theatrical of you. All those fallen angels finding a haven here in Beekman Place.
No.
This is much too big a project for Beekman Place.
Mame's bought a piece of property up in Montebank.
What? What's that about Montebank?
You building a place up in our neck of the woods, maybe?
The Burnside Memorial for Single Mothers. What a lovely idea. Hundreds and hundreds of girls romping in that little dandelion
years, Mae Dennis Burnside, I've done everything I could to protect that boy from your cockeyed, idiotic nincompoopery. But this is the limit. Now you've ruined everything.
All you want to do is slam windows in his life. Well, I'm not going to let you do that to my little love. No, he's not little anymore. And he's not mine. But he's not yours either, Mr. Babcock. And I doubt if he's going to let you marry him off to a head full of hair with the IQ of a dead flashlight battery.
Did you plan all this, Mame?
What makes you think that, Lindsay? I've always wanted Patrick to make his own decisions. Python, anyone?
Thanks, Moon Lady. And if someday another girl comes along, it won't take her long to see that I'll still be found, just hanging around. My best girl.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Look at the wonderful junk Auntie Mame gave me. This is what the kids wear for hats in India. Crazy, huh?
Peter, I knew you'd like your aunt.
She's your great Aunt Peter.
She sure is. She's the greatest Santa guy I ever had. Boy, I'll bet she knows a lot of things even you don't know, Dad.
Are we going to let her spoil our son the way she spoiled you?
If she hadn't spoiled me, Pegeen, I'd be living in Montebank, and you'd be a bachelor girl.
Salam to your mother, Peter, just like Auntie Mae taught you. Ah, very good, Sahib.
Why are you rushing off, Auntie Mame?
Bound our ways, eh? Pair, carry on, darling. And Hindi, Peter, that means that the water oxen are waiting at the front gate. However, our water ox is waiting in LaGuardia. TWA Flight 100 for New Delhi.
What do you mean, our water oxen?
Oh, Peter and I just had the most beautiful idea.
No.
But the boy is deprived. He's never even ridden an elephant.
Can I? Can I, Mom? Please? It's just to India.
It's ridiculous, and I won't hear of it.
Dad?
You heard your mother.
You know what your problem is, Mom? You don't live. 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 Life is a banquet, and most poor sons of...
There's one thing you've got to understand. School begins after Labor Day, and he's got to be back by then.
Naturally, of course. Labor Day, that's sometime in November, right?
Auntie Mame.
Oh, Peter, what times we're going to have together. And when your little boy's ready to take a trip with your Auntie Mame, I hope you won't be as antediluvian as your father.
What?
antediluvian mean?
On the plane, Peter. I'll give you a pad and a pencil, and you can write down all the words you don't understand.
She hasn't changed. She's the Pied Piper.
I've been shopping all day for your traveling gear. Long pants and this. Golly. Oh, what adventures we're going to have, Peter. Your Auntie Mame's going to unlock windows for you.